Hey guys, Letter Magic here, and I bet you'll be able to tell from the first couple lines who wrote this article. I'll give you a hint. It rhymes with Blake Rasmussen because it is Blake Rasmussen. It's titled Core Set 2019 Packaging Promos and More. And I think I'll just read the intro and let it speak for itself. Welcome to the kickoff of Core Set 2019 previews. Okay, seriously, I thought this didn't come out until like late July, but I'm too lazy and disinterested to check because it's a core set. So, welcome to the kickoff of Core Set 2019 previews. Kind of. That's a sentence that an adult wrote. I'm just going to have to rapid fire the rest of this for you guys to get the full experience, okay? You ready for this? I will, however, preface it with the fact that this sounds like something my niece would write, and she's in kindergarten. So, word for word. Welcome to the kickoff of Core Set 2019 previews. Kind of. Here's the deal. Today I'm going to show you a lot of cards. Like a lot. Then we're not going to show you any more cards until this weekend at Grand Prix Las Vegas, where we will show you, also, a lot of cards. Parentheses. Though not as many as today. End parentheses. Blake, what the hell did I just read? I get it, he's going for like a stylistic thing. It's supposed to be like, instead of like, here's a cold, hard, professionally made press release, it's like, hey, here's some off-the-cuff stuff. This is like an MTV 90s show, and here's the intro. But the writing, like, I get that people talk like this. Okay, anyway, anybody want to see some previews? Because I do. Let me just give you the Spark Notes version of the rest of this, okay? Starting June 18th, all the ass kissers who Wizards has on their nice list instead of their naughty list will be leaking cards like normal. So get ready for a lot of mixed languages that are translated wrong in cell phone pictures for no reason. You know what? I just gotta read the rest of this. So the previews as you know them with content creators all over the world getting to show off cards will start up in earnest on June 18th. Deal? Question mark? Not that you can respond to me in real time, but I'm guessing you're cool with it. We're close like that. I swear, Blake, I am calling the police and I am getting a restraining order. You're getting creepy. I have a feeling that if they put Blake on camera, he would be twice as weird as Gavin, and eventually they're gonna find some bodies under his porch. That's not like a metaphor or a saying in America. Like, I literally mean he might be deranged. By the way, this disclaimer is weird. This makes absolutely no sense. Also, since I'm going to be saying this with basically everything, let's get the disclaimer out of the way right now. This is interesting. Supplies are limited. Check with your local store for details. Some promotions are only available at participating stores that are members of the Wizards Play Network, so make sure you ask your local store. Is that like a literal warning that they're going to underprint M19 because core sets are crap? They always underprinted them. They always short print them because they never sell. Is he actually coming out and admitting that? Or was the entirety of the reference the whole buy a box promo crap? I'm really curious because it does apply to the promo because they will sell out very quickly. I don't know. Anyway, let's look at it. Let's look at the buy a box promo. So they're pulling this crap again, where the only way to get this card, you cannot pull this card right here, Nexus of Fate. You can't pull it out of a booster, but it's standard legal. So if you need it for your deck, you have to go pay $100 online for it if it's popular, because there are 1/100th the number of these floating around as any other card in standard. Any mythic, anything. If that sounds like a recipe for disaster, I think Wizards knows this. So as you can see, they made the card complete and utter garbage. Just unplayable trash that looks fancy. I mean, the artwork's cool. Ooh, they marked it as a mythic. Honestly, it should be a purple rarity. Yes, that's a thing. So this is the buy a box promo that you can only get by buying a box at a WPN location. Not Walmart, not online, nowhere else. Except that these always show up online because people run fake WPN locations and Wizards does nothing. Zero. Absolutely not one damn thing about stopping these people. They claim they do, but at least publicly they have done nothing to investigate or stop or arrest or charge or threaten or ban anybody selling these promos. You could put up a whole box of them. All they need to do is buy one and look at your return address. It is literally that simple. But like I said, the card's unplayable garbage. It makes absolutely no sense and it does nothing. So you pay $7, it's an instant, take an extra turn after this one, that's it. If it would be put into the graveyard from anywhere, including milling, discard, anything, reveal it and put it back into its owner's library instead. Why? Torrential Gearhulk and some of the blue-red synergy wizard decks. The first thing I thought was, well, it's a good thing that you get an extra turn after casting this because you just wasted your entire turn. Because you just wasted 7 mana on this stupid spell that does nothing. Oh, but you get 2 combats. You could swing this turn and next turn. Maybe you didn't need mana. Yeah, because you're dominating the board state with creatures while playing blue. Yeah, that happens a lot. That's what blue's known for. This card is unplayable as is. Now, okay, you cast it for free somehow. Great, wonderful. But then it's a 2-card combo, and it's like, are you really going to make good use of the bonus turn? It's real narrow in its playability. I mean, it goes into some stuff, don't get me wrong. It's instant speed. It does some things. But, good luck cloning this in Standard. I think the cheapest way to do that is like 5. That means you need 12 mana, and if you have 12 mana, you could have probably just used it to win the game. I mean, instead of casting this for 7, run River's Rebuke for 6, and then actually win the game, because the spell actually does something. I'm sure there's a way to go infinite with this, but in Standard, I doubt it. In Modern, who cares? It costs 7. I mean, you'd have to free cast it. Your whole deck would have to be built around it. It's a glass cannon combo. It's just, I can't really stress enough how much this card's garbage. But on the bottom, this is interesting. It says, Sarkhan wandered into a tomb and back in time. Interesting. So Sarkhan is an M19. That is weird, but then again, there's people from, like, Kaladesh in the Battle Bond set, so maybe they just felt like putting Sarkhan on a card. I don't know. Hey guys, remember Part the Water Veil? It costs 6. Okay, this isn't a good card. So let's move on to the other promos. I think I'm going to split the rest of the cards off into a different video, because this is more like the background on the leaks and just... I almost called him Gavin. He looks just like him. Blake being weird. Let's look at Guttersnipe, which is a reprint, of course. He was in basically everything. Iconic, Conspiracy, Return to Ravnica originally. I remember playing with this. That's some pretty darn cool artwork, I've got to say. I mean, they really care about it when it like is an artwork-heavy card. So it's a 3-cost Goblin Shaman, 2/2. Not your typical red rush, ferocious monster, first strike haste, but whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, Guttersnipe deals 2 damage to each opponent. Ooh, that's going to be popular in Standard. Holy crap. By the way, notice the new 25th anniversary Planeswalker logo in the bottom left there of the artwork? That's kind of cool. I think it's kind of disruptive. It's a little like, hey, look at me, woo! It's trying a little hard. I think it's kind of unnecessary. Kind of throws it off. So that is the open house promo, which is fantastic because you could just walk in, participate, maybe teach someone how to play Magic, or if it's like everyone I've ever been to, literally nobody who doesn't know how to play Magic shows up. It turns into some ghetto crappy discount F&M, and then you get a free crappy deck and make fun of it. So that's pretty cool, actually. Next up, we got Draft Weekend, which is July 14th and 15th. I believe that's the release day. That's why they call it Draft Weekend, even though a lot of LGSs don't hold a draft that day. It's Desecrated Tomb. This is actually not a reprint, and it's a 3-cost artifact rare. When 1 or more creature cards leave your graveyard, create a 1/1 black bat creature token with flying. Well, that's interesting. I mean, it's another combo card, so it's not like inherently powerful where it's just in your face. But I'll tell you what, you mix this with a graveyard clearing card, and you could create 15 bats and just win. So this is powerful. It still is very disruptible, and if your whole deck is relying on this, oh boy, I wouldn't, because hello, artifact destruction, it's in just about everything. Next up, oh, I recognize this one, Reliquary Tower. This is from way back in Conflux. It was in one of the core sets, I want to say 2013, don't quite remember. They all kind of go together a bit. They do repeat on each other a bit. Which is fine, because Wall of Ice is awesome. So this is the Magic League promo. I legitimately forgot what that is. Magic League is like the other thing that isn't Magic Showdown or Standard Showdown, but like nobody holds it. So good luck getting this promo. It's a land that taps for colorless and that's it. Doesn't come in tapped, but you have no maximum hand size. It just doesn't fit in Standard. There's no reason to run this. I mean, except for maybe other stuff in M19 we haven't seen yet. It's very specific. It only goes in certain decks, but it's a land. I mean, who's going to destroy it? So it is very, very powerful, good, and useful, just in a very narrow set of decks. Next up, some really bad-looking artwork. Just the lighting and the color and the resolution. It just really doesn't look good. And they just shoved the 25th anniversary Planeswalker logo up into the top left. They were just like trying to work around the artwork. It doesn't even look balanced left to top. Oh my god. So this one's Demon of Catastrophes. It's a 4-cost 6/6. As an additional cost to cast this spell, sacrifice a creature, flying, trample. This is a damn good card. With all the stupid like token generation, other nonsense in standard, you could play this all day. Flying and trample is a good mix, and 6 toughness is really good for trample. I mean, you add flying and this thing's out of control. You will have to destroy this thing or lose if your opponent's playing it. The problem is, there is no, oh, you could pay more. You could pay 6 and summon it. No, you have to sacrifice another creature. So if there's nothing in play and you top deck this, you still have nothing. Also, if you destroy this, they already destroyed one of their creatures, so you kind of got a 2-for-1 special with your removal, and that's never good. But that said, it all balances because this card's insanely powerful. So this is the Store Championship promo. I believe you get it just for showing up while supplies last. Here's the first of the F&M promos. We got Elvish Rejuvenator. It's a common 1/1. It costs 3. Oh boy. When it enters battlefield, look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may put a land card from among them onto the battlefield tapped. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. This card is just a pain. It's not good. You're not even guaranteed to like not whiff on it. It's so much worse than just throwing out anything else that like taps for mana, or I'd say fetches a land. Nothing comes to mind. It's just bad. It's such bad ramp. Next up, we got Militia Bugler. I love his other hand. It's like, stand back, guys. I'm going to blast this thing. By the way, I like the bottom. I like the lighting effects and the color and the gradient and everything, but you can barely read the text. So sometimes you take art a little bit too far. It still has to be functional. I mean, white text on a white background. Who thought that was a good idea? Anyway, 2 3-for-3 with Vigilance. When it enters battlefield, look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature card with power 2 or less from among them and put it into your hand, not on the battlefield, so it's pretty fair. Put the rest on the bottom in a random order. And then the third one we've got is Murder. Classic. They didn't even change the artwork. In fact, he's actually wearing Innistrad clothes. That's just lazy. That's like a lower break. And finally, we have got some lands. Going to be cycling through them on screen here. These are going to be the special, limited edition, special art, whatever the hell, lands or whatever that are going to show up in the standard Showdown packs. So they're made by Elena Danner, I guess. I don't really follow artists, no idea who that is, but the island looks pretty cool. Actually, they all look kind of cool, but the island really pops. I'd love them, but I work, so I can't go to the standard Showdown. I'm not even sure an LGS around me holds it. I do like that it's like a limited format. It sounds like fun, but I just can't do it. So thanks, Wizards. So that's it for the promos. I am going to make another video with other spoilers. I'm not even sure how many were spoiled today, to be perfectly honest, because I just don't care about M19 or anything related to it. It's a core set. It's garbage. It's really quite simple. It's a reprint set. You already have the cards. Don't buy the set. Is there any more information you require about it? Because that's all I think you need to know. Later in the article, they did actually like leak or spoil or release, whatever your favorite term is, the welcome decks. Oh boy. Some of the cards will be from the welcome deck only, and some will be in M19, I guess, if they're following the way they always do it. It's just a bunch of reprinted crap. I'm not going to go through them. And then they throw in random cards too, most of which I also don't care about. It's a lot of weak crap like Totally Lost. The card's garbage. But I'll cover the mythics and rares because that's honestly where they're going to put most of the money in most of the non-reprints. So watch for that in the near future, and I will see you guys next video.